Right, so next up we have a spin-out that's from our Department of Medical Physics and Biomedical Engineering, and that's Echopoint Medical, and we're going to hear from the team in their own words.
I'm a protagonist of whenever in doubt, use physiology for decision making.
And so measuring coronary microcirculation and microvascular flow is really important to enable us to get the right diagnosis, manage a patient's expectations appropriately, and also manage the impact it has on the healthcare system.
I think we're going to definitely see an increase in the need for looking at microvascular dysfunction.
This could make a huge difference for the diagnostic and therapeutic pathway.
Hello, welcome to Echopoint Medical. I'm Antony Odell, the Exec Chair. The company was formed in 2018 with investment from Parkwalk Advisors and UCLTF, and we've also been very successful in attracting grant funding from Innovate UK, all of which has been instrumental in driving us towards our first in-human clinical trial, which is due to commence at the end of 2021.
When a patient comes to hospital with a heart attack or threatened heart attack, they need an immediate angiogram of their coronary arteries to confirm the diagnosis and to plan treatment. But this only demonstrates the anatomy, yet it's actually the measurement of the flow of blood that's most important.
Our current technology really just shows us the pressure difference across a coronary lesion. The problem here is we get no information about how the microvasculature is working and no information about the true flow down that blood vessel.
We've developed an entirely new type of optical sensor that can measure both the blood pressure and blood flow within the vessels of the heart. The extremely thin microcatheter can be used within the standard workflow, giving doctors the information they need.
The difference with Echopoint's new technology and the ICOS microcatheter is we'll be able to get the full set of physiology information. So not just the FFR, but also the coronary flow reserve and the direct index of microvascular resistance.
And the full package of physiology can differentiate and can also already determine treatment.
And this market is expected to reach over $1 billion by 2024 and has a double-digit growth rate of around 16%. So this is a substantial market, but we expect this to grow even further because this type of procedure can become a routine part of the assessment that an interventional cardiologist makes when the patient comes in. So in terms of adoption of this technology and in terms of uptake, it can become just one of those important tools that they have to make sure that when they look at that patient gets the best therapeutic or assessment that they possibly can have in terms of what goes forward.
The only ways we have of measuring microvascular dysfunction are clumsy, they're not reproducible, and they're not, they're not, from my perspective, they take a bit of time, not easy to deliver, and that's why we don't currently use them. So if there's a bit of kit which I can use quickly, efficiently, and I get a diagnosis, then yeah, you pay for your product, don't you? As if something gives you what you want, then you'll pay that bit more if that's what it takes.
Echopoint Medical is currently seeking partners for its Series A funding round. We have strong support from our existing investors, and we're looking for like-minded funds who are interested in this coronary physiology space, which is due to grow substantially over the next few years and represents a real unmet need within this space. If you're interested in learning more about the technology, the team, and all the things that go to make Echopoint Medical a special company, please get in contact with us and we'll be happy to update you and share more about what we're doing and our plans for the future.
Great video, guys. Welcome.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Got on stage with us today. We've got Professor Adrien Desjardins, Dr. Malcolm Finlay, who are the co-founders, or two of the co-founders, and Exec Chairman Antony Odell. So thank you all for joining me. We've got just a few minutes to chat. So the first question I wanted to ask was actually, I think it was in the video just now, Dr. Daniel Jones refers to the video as a bit of kit that he's excited to have. And can you maybe, Adrien, tell us a little bit about what that bit of kit is and how it relates to what you developed at UCL originally?
Sure. Hello, everyone, and thank you, Marina. The kit that we're developing includes several components that operate synergistically. First, a microcatheter device for interventional cardiology with our proprietary sensor within that device. And second, a compact console with optoelectronics, software, in-house, high-efficiency algorithms, and a clinical display. Both of these components are designed to be fully compatible with clinical practice. More broadly, at Echopoint, we're commercializing a unique, powerful platform for sensing and imaging inside the human body. At the core of this platform are fiber optic sensors that were developed and patented at UCL. These sensors confer several different functionalities. The first sensor type enables highly sensitive pressure and temperature measurements and upstream thermal tagging to provide physiological information from inside coronary arteries. A second sensor type comprises custom nanocomposite and polymeric coatings to generate and receive ultrasound for real-time ultrasonic imaging and medical device tracking. We're really excited about the clinical impact that we'll make with this technology, and very grateful to UCLTF for all of their support along the way.
Great. Can you also tell us a little bit about, since your seed round closed, it was April 2019, I think, what have been your major achievements since that time? Things have moved on quite a bit since then.
Absolutely. We live in a very regulated environment within the medical device industry. So we've been doing what I call track laying. You know, you lay stuff down that you need to get to where you're going. So we completed some very successful preclinical studies that have really taken us forward in the development of the sensor technology. And that's actually generated some new IP for us as well, which is important because you cover your business as well as obviously the core pieces. We've established a supply chain to build the devices for our first in human study, and we've built a really strong but small team. The company that is now a very good, multi-skilled, highly disciplined during the pandemic as well. So we're very proud of what we achieved. There's a huge effort by the team to get to where we've got to today.
Fantastic. And Malcolm, a question for you then. So the clinicians in the video mentioned the importance of flow. What types of patient are going to benefit more from this kind of the new and I guess analysis you're able to provide?
Yes, thank you very much. So we went into this field really because we recognized there was a large part of the physiology that we really needed to understand fully to give the patients the best treatment. And this is relevant not just to the group of patients who are most likely to have dysfunction, but also the wider group of patients coming through the cardiac cath lab. So in particular, the microvascular dysfunction patients, women and diabetics, are underserved at the moment. But in truth, the better full physiological assessment that our device will offer will actually be applicable across the full range of patients coming through the cardiac cath lab. I'm really excited to be, looking at this being about to be able to use this in the in our hospital within the next year or so.
Yeah, I'm really excited to hear about the trials too that are happening soon. So, Antony, I guess 12 months from now, where do you expect to be? What will you expect to have changed within those 12 months? Hopefully, successful trials being one of them.
Yeah, I mean, clinical drive our industry, so that first in humans study proof of concept is key. We obviously want to close our first in human round. Our first in human driven.
We're having some slight trouble.
So our first study will be completed, and the data from that will drive our Series A. We also have to start the regulatory journey, as I said. So we'll be having our initial discussions with the FDA for our pre-submissions, and also US clinical trial sites as well. So it's very important from our perspective that we start that clinical process and regulatory process.
Hi guys, great to see you all, and great to hear about all the progress. I am personally super excited to see the device in first-in-human trials later this year. Enormous amount of work that you've all put in behind the scenes with the development program to get it to that point, and hugely clinically relevant outcomes that we're going to see from this device. So well done to you all for incredible progress over the last couple of years, and super excited to look forward to this next year.
Thanks very much indeed, Dave.
Excellent. Well, thank you guys. We're going to move on now. So we'll say goodbye to the Echopoint team.